Hey, what's up, UFC Undisputed fans? This is Aaron THQ Tank Kaufman back once again with your weekly UFC Undisputed developer Q&A. And of course, sitting next to me is the lead designer, one of the lead designers, Wes Bunn, who's you are the lead designer. Let's just call it what it, one of them. Let's call it what it is. We're back to you once again to take all your core gameplay questions. This week we hit up our Facebook page again. Before we get into that, our art director Brian Chambers thought it was funny to intersect our little conversation last week, so we just decided to take over his office back here. It's pretty dorky. Stole his gloves, so I might walk out with these.
I don't know why he has those. I don't think he's ever used them. They're just here for decorations.
Yeah, well, he likes to taunt us. And another thing, sitting with me right here is an awesome, really awesome tap out beanie. And we're going to give this away on the developer Q&A today. And all you have to do is leave a comment on the video. Tell us what you're looking forward to the most about UFC Undisputed 3 and or what you've enjoyed hearing so far. So just leave a comment, and I will randomly pick a single winner and contact you later next week, and you'll get this awesome tap-out beanie, still wrapped in plastic. Not the gloves, though. So
Gloves another time.
Gloves another time. All right. Well, I got the gloves on, and I'm ready to wage some war with you, Wes,
right.
Or the Facebook community is. So, first question from our UFC Undisputed Facebook fan community comes from Zach Winters. He says, "Will you be able to knock out fighters with a front kick to the face instead of just dazing them, like how Anderson Silva knocked out Vitor Belfort with a front kick to the face?"
Yeah, it's a pretty good question. That's actually one of my favorite knockouts in the game. So we redid all the knockout and knockdown animations so that they look more realistic. And this is by far probably my favorite knockout. We just did one the other day. It was pretty rad. Definitely the front kick to the face. The opponent will fall split leg into a ragdoll, and then you can jump on top of them and finish the fight with the new finish the fight mechanic. So it's pretty rad. I think you guys will like it.
That's awesome, and some of the key art that we've been showing, like what you can actually see kind of here in the background, you can actually see the Silva to Belfort kick to the face on our website at UFCUndisputed.com. It's a great shot, and good that it's in the game, of course. Next question comes to us from Israel Maldonado. He asks, will failed submission attempts take away from your overall stamina? In 2010, you got all your stamina back in 3 seconds, and realistically, a guy can blow out his arms from a failed guillotine attempt.
Yeah, actually, stamina does play a larger role in the submission system this year as you're engaged in the submission game. Your stamina is depleting. So while you are trying to apply or escape a submission, you're draining stamina and energy. So yeah, it does affect your stamina cost during the game and after the game. You won't be able to get all of your stamina back, only a portion of it after the game is over.
All right, cool. Good enough answer for me. Hopefully for Israel as well, as we say every week. Next question comes to us from Greg Guthrie. Greg asks, will there be more ways to defend escape from Muay Thai? It seems like it only takes a couple of Muay Thai whips and you're out cold.
We redid the clinch game with, I think we may have actually talked about this before.
Sure.
Apologies if we have. The clinch hold point system, what we call it internally here. So you can strike your way out of the Muay Thai clinch. You can just navigate away from the opponent to get out of the clinch as well as transition. We also brought back, I know many of you guys have been asking this in our focus groups, so I thought I would mention it because those guys wanted it as well. We did bring back the Muay Thai whip knees to the body that we had in 2009, 2010. We removed them. There were some balancing issues that we weren't happy with, so we went back to the drawing board and adjusted the values, damage done on those. And you can do those again, and you can also counter grapple those. So as the guy's whipping you around, if there's a knee to the body, you can counter grapple it, take them down. So there's a lot more ways to defend and escape the Muay Thai clinch and all clinches this year, actually.
Can you defend and escape the Muay Thai clinch from the AI? You personally?
It's a lot more difficult than in 2010, because in 2010 all you could do is knee to the head. 2009 you can knee to the head and body, and we brought that back for UFC 3. So now you have to either counter grapple high, counter grapple low, block high, block low, punch your way out. There's navigate away. There's a bunch of ways to get out now.
Awesome. Next question comes to us from Adrian Ramirez. He asks, will you be able to do more submissions from the mount position, such as go-go plata, triangle, choke, and guillotines? And will you be able to do the arm crush / bicep cutter like George Soteropoulos?
Getting specific.
I know.
Yeah,
Calling us out on our authenticity, Wes.
Yeah, we wanted to add some new submissions to the game this year. We did. We added the Go-Go Plotter from the Mount is in George Soteropoulos' submissions, and the Twister unfortunately didn't make it in time. But we do have some new submissions in there that you guys will like. We have the standing rear naked choke, kind of like Hughes and Trigg. We also have a standing guillotine as well as flying scissor heel hooks and some other submissions too as well.
Cool, and I know, once again to you guys, beginning in mid-August, we're going to start showing a lot more gameplay, which includes our new submission system, of course, that unless you were at E3, you haven't seen it, you haven't played it, you haven't touched it. We're really excited to show that and explain that to you guys.
Yeah, as I say, there's one more thing I would add to that. We do have the ability for your CAF fighters to learn the submission switching this year. Last year it was a roster fighter only feature. This year your CAFs can learn switching submissions, and with the new submission system, it adds a lot to the gameplay experience. So if you start a triangle, for example, and you want to switch to an armbar, if you're losing the submission game and you have the ability to switch to an armbar, that'll reset the timing to finish the submission. So as you're spinning around the octagon hunt trying to engage in the submission system, if you're losing, you could switch, and then that'll give you more time to try and finish. And you can switch up to, I think, 3 or 4 times because it's based on energy this year. But it's pretty cool to go switch from a triangle to an armbar back to a triangle and try and finish off the submission.
Taking sub-switching to a new level.
Yeah.
All right, our next question comes to us from Nate Montoya. He asks, how will fighter expressions be during a fight? Will they always be straight-faced, or will their faces change to show pain and fatigue? Maybe Nate could come in here and do some mocap for us on these fighter faces.
Seriously.
I'd like to see some photos.
It's actually fitting that we're in Brian's office, actually, because there's one thing Brian really wanted to push for, so I'm giving him some props here.
Absolutely.
We did touch a lot of the facial animations. You'll see that, especially when they're in ground positions, too. Striking the opponent, you'll see the face of the down fighter, the guy being hit, grimace in pain. Also in submission holds, you'll see the guys kind of wince if a tight arm lock or something like that is being applied, and chokes, they'll kind of squint, close their eyes and stuff. So there's a lot of facial expressions in there that we've added. And
I think it's worth knowing, again, convenient that we're in Brian's office. Some of you lucky thousands of fellows out there saw a recent gameplay video that somehow snuck its way out of this office. And a person sitting here that's talking may have been the reason for that. But, you've seen the visuals in screenshots to some extent. And, sometimes the game may not look exactly like, the most next-gen thing in the whole world. But the team has really done a lot to the small things and the camera and the facial expressions that Wes is talking about. And when you play the game and when you have it in your hand, you are really going to see the difference from 2009 to 2010 to UFC 3, and we really believe strongly in that. And some of the gameplay videos that we'll be showing you guys in the coming weeks will show that A-B difference, so you can really distinctly see the difference between last year and this year.
Yeah, that's actually funny you mentioned that. The subtlety is something that we really wanted to focus on. This secondary animation, as we call it, we wanted to make it look and feel and play just like like a real fight. So we redid the clinch animation. I think that's one of the areas where we really succeeded in making it look authentic. You'll see guys actually pummel in underneath for the underhooks, and it's pretty amazing. It's something that nobody else is doing, and I think you guys are gonna really like it when you see it.
Cool. Yeah, I had a little community manager mishap.
Did you?
We'll just say. But I'm not afraid to admit it.
What?
Stuff happens, and hey, what people saw they actually like, so it's good stuff. Yeah, you can only hope for the best there. Final question comes to us from Nick Ellert. He asks us, do you ask the fighters for their input on their own character on their move list?
That's actually a funny question.
We have a good trust and relationship with the UFC fighters,
Yeah, I mean,
kind of tough to get in front of 150 of them, but
yeah, we're all super MMA nerds here. We have all the DVDs, all the fights, and we watch a lot of fights. If a guy's done it, practical application of it in a fight, we try to replicate that and put it in the game. We do work a lot with Joe Silva, and he approves of not only our roster but our moves list. So we do interface with the UFC and their personnel. if we allowed the fighters to actually pick their movesets, I know Rampage on more than one instance has indicated that he wants a head kick. So, Rampage, if you ever watch this video, do a head kick in a fight, we'll give you a head kick in the game.
Well, he does a soccer kick in Pride.
Well, yeah, you can do that.
There you go.
I'm just talking about like a straight up head kick, knocking people out with head kicks.
Well, it's Rampage, so, you know. Well, we did actually, a video that we need to kind of put back out there and release soon is, and you were there when the mocap session with Frank Mir and Matt Hughes and some of the, you know, we do a lot of extensive mocap with real UFC fighters who do mimic the moves and their own moves and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we wanted to get the navigation looking better this year too, so we did. We brought in a lot of guys in mocap there. This is the first time we've actually done that, using mocap for navigation. In the past 2 games, we hand animated all of that, and with mocap this year, we're getting a lot of nuance in the navigation motion. So Frank Mir was one guy, Matt Hughes, Nate Diaz, Keno Grove, Sean Shirk, a couple other guys, can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a lengthy session and got a lot of good stuff out of it.
Yeah, and we will be showing video footage from that session soon enough, and a funny little situation that happened as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week's UFC Undisputed 3 Developer Q&A, and remember, leave us a comment in the section right now below this video player. All you got to do is tell us what you're looking forward to most about UFC Undisputed 3, or what you've loved hearing about thus far, and I will pick a random winner from the comment section to win this amazing Tabat beanie, which when you get it, you need to send me a photo of what you look like in it. We'd like to thank the wonderful Brian Chambers for letting us use his amazing office here, and it's a good thing he doesn't know.
He's out of the country right now.
He's out of the country right now, so all the more reason to, you know, play with his things in here and, you know, wear the gloves and do whatever else. I don't know, cute little water bottle thingy. Anyways, enough delirium. We're going to jump off here. We thank you again for your questions. Hit us up for more info at UFCUndisputed.com, and stay tuned for early August. We're going to start revealing the roster, so be sure to check it out.
Can't wait till those questions come about the roster. It's pretty extensive.
It is. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.